Aquarius, unicorn of the zodiac, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot. So today, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from September 22nd to the 28th. And in this reading, I'm going to clarify all the cards and take a look at your recent past, present, and future and get some final advice for you. All right, Aquarius, unicorn of the zodiac, one and only. Let's see what's going on for you. I'm so excited, Aquarius, because literally within a few hours, I'm going to be in Tennessee, Nashville. I'm going to be seeing Dr. Joe Dispenza for the Advanced Week-Long event. This is my third time visiting. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So excited. So we're going to keep this reading demure, mindful, as always, straight to the point. Okay. Now, Aquarius, your challenge is the 8 of Wands from September 22nd to the 28th. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Cups. So your challenge here has to do a lot with communication. Okay. 8 of Wands here is all about, movement, action. It talks about some sort of a news coming in your way. This is a very action-oriented card. Actually, this is the card of communication in tarot. We're going to find out when we clarify to see what is this communication about. Now, in the recent past, dear Aquarius, you have the Chariot, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. So it looks like in the recent past, you were involved with a specific person, that there was a sense of like building something together, being together. And also it feels like this person was someone that felt like a soulmate. You could have dealt with the Cancer. I'm getting here Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. Now, in the present moment, dear Aquarius, you have the 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. In the present moment, you might be in the middle of a conflict, okay? Maybe you want to resolve this conflict. There is something here that's really standing in the middle of your abundance, in the middle of your success. Some of you really want to move forward. Maybe you want to increase your finances, and someone here is acting very much closed off towards you. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the near future, you have the 6 of Wands, the Hermit, and the 10 of Cups. So in the near future, I do see here, after doing a lot of observation, careful thinking, just going inwards, you're going to realize if this is somebody that you would truly want to have a family with and move forward, okay? You could be dealing with the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius as well. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Cups followed by the Moon and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so for many of you, you might have walked away from this person, or you may choose to walk away because you want to know some sort of truth. You want to know the truth before you move forward with this individual, okay? So, and as I'm splitting the deck, there is a 5 of Swords at the bottom. And this is talking about, again, there is some sort of a conflict that you might be involved in that needs resolution. All right, so Aquarius, let's get into your challenge and clarify the 8 of Wands. So Aquarius, your challenge is clarified by the Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you could be dealing with the Taurus. I'm getting here Pisces, Libra as well. So I feel like what you're really maybe not expecting, but I think somebody here wants to make things right with you. There is a conversation coming in towards your way about family, about commitment, about marriage. Somebody here wants to emotionally open up to you, especially with the Queen of Cups, looking towards the Hierophant. There is a strong emotional bond and a connection that you have with this specific person. And I feel like that if this is going to be also based on, how do I say this? Like you may proceed forward with this person, like to actually marry. Like I'm getting here legality here. Legality, like legal stuff, like on a paper, okay? Marrying with this person. Now you may say, that's not my story. I don't think that's going to happen. You need to stay and listen to what the story here is about as we're going to move forward. So I feel like here that there is definitely somebody that's coming in towards you with this strong sense of commitment. We are going to get, further information as we proceed forward. Let's talk about the recent past with the Chariot. I do see here like this connection moving very fast, okay? Things just working out very well, equal give and take exchange energy. The Chariot is clarified by the Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Sun at the bottom of the deck. So it looks like that in the recent past, dear Aquarius, there was a lot of investment, okay, on your end, investing into this relationship, into this connection, wanting to work it out with this person. But also there were a lot of questions that you had in your mind when it came to like trust. Okay, I'm getting here, you might have had some trust issues with this person. There is definitely something about you feeling all of a sudden neglected by this person, all of a sudden left out by this person. A lot of hot and cold, back and forth dynamic with this person. Now, let's talk about the Three of Pentacles in the recent past. The Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Hermit, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So in the recent past, I strongly feel like here that if you were ever living with this person, there was a separation, you and this person separated, okay? Maybe also children were involved in this situation as well. Somebody here was rejecting the lesson that they were meant to learn. Spiritually speaking, there is something here about this person learning a karmic lesson or something like that. Like they seem to be like really turning their back on that. And I think that if you were ever, you know, married with this person, maybe you got divorced, maybe they want to be back with you again. I don't know the entire story, but I feel like that there was a strong sense of you learned the lesson, you mastered the lesson, like you went through something very transformational. Maybe you separated from someone in the past to be with this person. Whatever your situation was, there was a lot of changes and transitions happening. So the Six of Cups is clarified by the World, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Sprinkle, sprinkle, cutie patootie. I'm saying one of you walked away from someone, and also, like I said earlier, like something here ended. The World card. The World card here indicates a cycle that's actually coming to an end, a cycle that's closing up. So for many of you, there is definitely this strong energy of, you know, a cycle closing. Something had to end, something had to be let go of, and for it could have been even maybe you experienced some financial hardships. Could have been a third party that also intervened into this situation that made this separation to happen. Also, as you know, like the third party could be anything, right? It could be a person, it could be a thing, you name it. So let's talk about in the present moment, the Ten of Pentacles. Something here is blocking your abundance. Something here is really affecting you. So the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the King of Wands. I think what's really bothering you, dear Aquarius, in the present moment is the fact that somebody keeps coming back in your mind. Okay, like look at the combination. You know, I explained tarot in a way that if you watch those readings, you will learn a lot. So the Queen of Swords is looking towards the King of Wands, right? What does that mean? That means that there is a desire for a face-to-face conversation. And why is the Six of Cups behind the Queen of Swords? It means that what's on her mind, right, is behind her. What's on her mind is the memories and the nostalgia and the flashbacks from the past with this person. And I feel like that there is still some sort of a big question that you still have on your mind that you want to gain clarity about. And that's something that's, you know, it's like kind of like almost preventing you from moving forward. Let's clarify the Five of Swords, dear Aquarius. It makes sense, right? So I'm saying I didn't just wake up and start shuffling cards. I studied tarot, you know, with my intuition and with the juxtaposition of the cards and everything. So the Five of Swords here, dear Aquarius, is clarified by the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Here's the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I do know that you're expecting an apology. You're expecting some sort of an apology because, you know, and there could be also like long distance separation between you and this person, right? With the Three of Wands, Page of Cups. For whatever reason, I feel like that someone here is in distance with you. There is like distance. I'm getting here long distance. It could be physical. It could be like literally, I don't know, maybe this person is still next to you, but like emotionally there is a lot of distance going on between you and them. There is an apology you're expecting because someone here said something and disappeared or didn't really, you know, make themselves clear enough. Okay, so the Four of Cups here in the present moment. Aquarius, the Four of Cups here in the present moment. Someone here is still being very much closed off and neglecting. Going back and forth, yeah. Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I do see here you dealing with someone that, you know, the desire for reconciliation is there. The desire for them to actually like be with you. There is the lovers here, like literally for them to be with you and to come towards you is there, but it's not enough for them to really take some action yet. This person is someone that's very, very, very stubborn. Okay, they have a hard time of, they have a hard time of admitting that they could be wrong, if I may say that, and that's taking some time for them to really process. This person likes to sit in their silence and like try to think about the things that happen. All they do is just like think. Maybe all they also do is just eat and think, eat, sleep, think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like that this is someone that seems to be really just like going back and forth and juggling between multiple things. Maybe there is a lot that's also going on in this person's life. And, the sense of loss is definitely there. There is a strong sense of loss, strong sense of like, oh, this did not work out. Like, why? And I just feel like that in the present moment, the most important thing here for you to really remember that if you remain confident, you detach, and detachment is no issue for you, and you just kind of like focus on what's important for you, there's going to be communication coming in towards you. And you need to be prepared for that, because even though the delay has been feeling forever, but there is something here, there's movement. And this movement here is actually showing here in the near future with the Six of Wands, and it's clarified by the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, Page of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, as you can see, there is action happening in this imagery. With this combination, this is a confirmation that someone here is going to want to take action. Someone here has something to say to you. Okay, Page of Swords. And also this person could have been watching you as well, or maybe like keeping tabs on you and wanting to know about your whereabouts. Like, what is the Aquarius up to? What's going on? What is happening in your life, in your private life, whatsoever. I do strongly feel like here, dear Aquarius, that a lot of you have been really waiting for something to happen with this person. I mean, in terms of conversation, and that's something, a wish being fulfilled for you. Now, you are at the bottom of the deck as the King of Swords. So I think, for the most part, many of you are ready for a face-to-face conversation, but you're definitely at the place where you're not forcing anything. The Hermit here is talking about that humility that you have within you, that you're not someone that's just gonna like slander the other person. You're all about altruism and peace, and I think that you are frustrated and you're expecting I think even if it's not an apology, but I think it's kind of it's like acknowledgement. You know what I mean? Like when someone really acknowledges the fact that they did something really wrong, and you're not expecting for an apology so that it makes you feel good. I think you are expecting to hear from this person's mouth that they're ready for change, or they have been working on themselves, because who needs an apology with no actions, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to see that this person is actually taking action towards those changes. So the Hermit is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Devil, Capricorn energy, Nine of Wands. Okay, so here is the thing. Even though you know that this person has done multiple things they shouldn't have done, they said many things they shouldn't have said, and there is a lot of questions in your mind, and there is something here that's very unhealthy, unsettling, and kind of toxic about this, you still are wanting to move forward with this connection. You still would want to give it a chance. Okay, because when this person also, maybe they have a tendency, whenever they get into some deep shit, or they get into some sort of a trouble, they just like tend to reach out to you. I don't know if that's the case, but let's talk about the Ten of Cups for you in the near future, dear Aquarius. So the Ten of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Tower, and the Six of Wands. All right, so this makes complete sense right now. The reason why this person is actually going to reach out to you is because even though they have been very stable, stubborn, okay, and the Ten of Cups is what I'm clarifying right now, there is a strong desire here for reunion and wanting to be together. But there is also something here that needs to change. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat and say this person is going to show up like an angel. There is something here that needs to definitely change with the Tower. I feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with, that they really have gone through multiple towers in their moments. You have gone through multiple towers in your life, and I feel like that this is a transition. Something's got to change in this person's life. They need to either let go of someone, they need to either, make some sort of a profound, massive, big change in order for them to be in a companionship with you. Because the Tower here is requiring them also right? Walking away from whatever no longer serves them, whatever has been holding them back, whatever is really affecting their ability to be in a harmonious and a successful, loving relationship with you. You know what I mean? So this is something that I feel like this person really wants to come forward with. They want to tell you the truth, and I think this person might say that they're still in the middle of the tower. They're still going through something really tumultuous and painful, and I think what you truly are desiring for your connection with this person is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands here is again in the near future as well, right? There is a strong desire, Aquarius, to move forward like in victory, right? Coming out of the trials and tribulations. So let's get the advice. What is the advice for Aquarius? Okay, so the Wounded Soldier, Nine of Wands. Yes, the hurt is over there. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So, Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, Aquarius, here is the thing. You both have been hurting. You both have been really in this tumultuous, painful situation. Maybe you both are holding this back from each other. But when the communication comes in, when the incoming communication happens towards you, you're going to find out how you're going to proceed forward with this person. There is still a lot of unhealed trauma and wounds from the past with the Nine of Swords here that it needs to be addressed and it needs to be healed. Something here from the past seems to be resurfacing again and haunting again and again and again in this connection. And that's something that's going to need to be dealt with on a spiritual level, on a acknowledgement level. Somebody needs to acknowledge something that needs to change deep down in order for you and your person to successfully navigate through this situation. Okay, 111 on the timer as I'm saying this. So let's see what is the important message here for you that you need to know from the oracle cards. Okay. So you have number 1, and it says love begins, similar to like the Ace of Wands, right? So when this communication comes in, like I said, this is all about love. And you keep questioning and you keep wondering, how is this going to happen? Am I really supposed to invest my time into this relationship or not? You know, this is something that is representing itself as an opportunity for you to have a new beginning in love with this person. And that comes with those changes and those tower moments and transformations and metamorphoses that needs to happen for both of you to really master that spiritual lesson and move forward. Okay, so dear Aquarius, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. I hope that this reading helped. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.